Hey there, and welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're setting our sights on a topic that's not just evolving, but actively reshaping the very foundations of how we learn and teach. Artificial intelligence in education. It feels like it's everywhere now, right? From, sophisticated tools that can draft an essay in seconds to personalized tutors that adapt to your every need, AI is definitely no longer a distant sci-fi concept. It's here. It's in our classrooms, and it's sparking both incredible innovation and, well, a fair bit of debate. But what does this really mean for your learning journey, for how educators approach their craft? And I mean, for the entire operational blueprint of our schools.
Exactly. And this isn't just about buzzwords, it feels like a fundamental shift. We've taken a deep plunge into a stack of pretty compelling sources for you today. We're looking at articles from legal experts at Fisher Phillips, comprehensive reports from the U.S. Department of Education, strategic insights from EY, and cutting-edge academic journals like Research Parks Publishing. Our mission, really, is to move beyond the sensational headlines, the hype and the fear. We want to truly understand the tangible benefits AI is bringing, the significant risks and complex challenges it presents, and critically, what innovative solutions and policies are emerging to ensure this powerful tech serves all students ethically and effectively.
Okay, let's unpack this fascinating new frontier then. Are you ready to discover how educational institutions globally are navigating this AI revolution? Because it's not just about what's new and shiny, it's about what's next and how it directly impacts the future of learning for all of us. All right, so to really get on the same page, let's start with maybe a quick snapshot. When we talk about AI in education, especially this term, generative AI, what exactly are we referring to? It gets thrown around a lot.
Right. And what's truly fascinating here, I think, and what sets this current wave of AI apart, is that we're not just talking about digital platforms that, process existing information or follow preset rules. That's maybe older AI. We're talking about AI that actually invents, that produces brand new content from scratch. So imagine it crafting an entire essay from just a few prompts or generating unique images, composing music, even creating realistic video. It's about creation, not just computation. And that fundamentally alters how content can be made and, well, consumed.
And the speed.
It's breathtaking, isn't it? How fast this is moving. Our sources revealed that this creative capability has truly opened the door to, boundless uses and opportunities. Way beyond the classroom, too, we see HR professionals leveraging it for efficiency and recruiting, and its expansive applications within schools are just, well, exploding. Yet for many, this rapid adoption also brings a sense of alarm, doesn't it? A feeling of, okay, what now?
That's a crucial point, and it raises that really important question. Who's actually, using it? Who's at the forefront within education? A national survey by Titan Partners back in 2023 uncovered a pretty surprising disparity. Get this. 27% of students reported being regular users of generative AI tools. Regular users, compared to just 9% of instructors?
Wow, 9%.
9%. And even more striking, nearly half of all students said they've tried AI writing tools, while a massive 71% of instructors admitted they've never tried them. That's a huge gap. It's almost generational, isn't it? It vividly suggests that students are often the early adopters here, leading the way in integrating these tools. And institutions, educators, they're kind of scrambling to understand and catch up. It's like the students got the map to a new continent, and the teachers are still figuring out how to pack their bags, maybe.
That's a great analogy. And the Digital Education Council Global AI Student Survey from 2024 just recently underscores this even more. It showed a staggering 86% of university students across 16 countries were using AI tools.
86%.
86, with nearly a quarter of them, 24% using them daily. That's not just a trend anymore. It's the new reality.
Okay, so in light of this student-led surge, how are schools actually reacting on the ground to this rapid influx of powerful tools like ChatGPT? It sounds like there isn't one single approach.
No, not at all. It's very much in flux. Schools are trying a whole variety of methods. Initially, you saw many institutions lean towards just outright prohibition, banning it. But as New York City Public Schools famously learned with their ChatGPT ban, attempting to simply outlaw a technology that's so widely accessible, it can often be an exercise in futility, really.
Hard to enforce.
Exactly. They eventually withdrew the ban due to widespread criticism and, frankly, the sheer impracticality of enforcement, like trying to put the internet back in a box.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Then you have the more cautious approach, where schools are, okay, embracing AI, but treating it more like a sophisticated calculator, maybe. They might allow it for brainstorming, yeah, developing writing prompts, helping with time management, data analysis, even simulating historical events for deeper understanding. But There's often a clear line drawn. You can't use it to produce the final graded original content, like the essay itself or the research paper. The focus is on using AI as a kind of cognitive partner, not a substitute for your own work.
Okay, makes sense. And then you mentioned another end of the spectrum.
Yeah, then you see some educators who are placing absolutely no restrictions on its use. They prefer not to police it. They recognize a fundamental truth: AI is here to stay, unso. Their approach is often more about integrating it as a new literacy, a tool students need to learn to wield responsibly, rather than a threat to be contained.
It's a fascinating range of responses, really, to something so disruptive. So beyond the initial shock and these varied responses, our sources really do highlight some truly exciting opportunities, ways AI could profoundly enhance education. This is where it gets really interesting for me. How can AI actually make learning better, more accessible for you, the listener, and teaching more effective for educators?
Well, from a learning perspective, the truly transformative insight here isn't just that AI can personalize learning. We've heard that before. It's that it offers the promise of an infinitely patient, always available mentor. Tools like intelligent tutoring systems, ITS, they're a prime example. These aren't just spitting out answers. They provide step-by-step feedback while students are actually solving complex problems, adapting in real time.
So adapting to the individual student's needs.
Precisely. Imagine a math tutor who doesn't just point out where you went wrong, but kind of intuitively understands why you're struggling with a concept, and then adjusts its explanations or gives you extra practice tailored precisely to that gap.
That sounds incredible.
It's a potential game changer, especially, for students with disabilities who benefit immensely from personalized pacing and different ways to interact, and for multilingual learners, too, who can leverage tools like speech recognition or instant translation to bridge language barriers.
So it's less about just getting the right answer and more about understanding how to get there. With a guide for every step, that really does sound like democratizing access to high-quality, tailored instruction in a way that, let's be honest, traditional classrooms often struggle to match.
Exactly. And it goes beyond just problem solving, too. AI can help students reflect on their own learning through what are called open learner models. Think of these like interactive dashboards. They give students a transparent view of their own progress, what they've mastered, what they still need to work on. Makes the whole process less mysterious for them.
Ah, okay. So they can see their own learning path.
Right. And furthermore, AI can make really abstract concepts more concrete, more understandable. Using powerful image-generating tools, things like PixArt or Visme, you can instantly turn complex scientific or historical ideas into accessible, engaging visuals. Imagine trying to visualize quantum mechanics or the structure of a complex molecule and actually seeing it in a way that clicks.
That's incredible for engagement, yeah. And just basic comprehension. But what about the other side? The teachers and administrators, they're already juggling so much. Can AI genuinely lighten their load? Or is it just, another tech tool they have to learn and manage?
Oh, absolutely. It can be a significant force multiplier. That's the potential. AI could dramatically streamline those administrative tasks that, let's face it, consume a huge chunk of an educator's time right now.
Right.
We're talking about automating things like preliminary grading of routine assignments, optimizing class scheduling, managing student records more efficiently, even drafting highly personalized individual education plans, IEPs, crafting clear parent communications, optimizing complex school timetables.
Wow, okay.
This shift isn't about replacing teachers, let's be clear on that. It's about freeing them up. Freeing them up to do what they do best: teach, innovate, engage deeply with students. In fact, the U.S. Department of Education suggests AI could potentially reduce the average 11 hours of weekly prep time for teachers down to maybe 6 hours.
5 hours back a week? That's not just a time saver. That's huge. That could be a revolution in teacher well-being and just focus. So it allows teachers to channel their energy into, as the source said, more impactful work, lesson planning, designing activities, connecting with students, rather than getting bogged down in endless paperwork.
Exactly. And the benefits go beyond just the classroom, too. AI-powered systems can analyze huge amounts of data performance, attendance, behavior trends, looking for subtle patterns. This allows administrators to, proactively flag students who might be at risk of falling behind or disengaging.
So spotting problems earlier.
Yes, enabling early intervention and targeted support before problems escalate. We're even seeing AI enhancing school security through things like sophisticated facial recognition and video analytics, monitoring premises for unusual activity, detecting potential threats, trying to create safer learning environments.
Okay, the picture painted so far is certainly compelling. AI as this educational super assistant, enhancing learning,
easing burdens. But, and there's always a but with new tech, right? Every bright promise casts a shadow.
Yeah.
What are the significant concerns, the potential pitfalls that educators and policymakers are really wrestling with now?
Right. This brings us to some very important, very serious questions. First and foremost, there's this pervasive concern among educators about academic integrity. Are we as a society maybe sacrificing core skills for sheer convenience? The fear is that students will just cut corners and cheat on assignments, relying on AI to do the thinking for them. And many teachers are already seeing it, instances where students are just, cutting and pasting from online sources, using tools like ChatGPT, passing off AI work as their own.
So it's not just about simple cheating, like copying an answer. It's a deeper worry. An over-reliance on AI, potentially leading to a fundamental lack of critical thinking and independent problem-solving skills. And maybe even long-term, stunting crucial emotional and social skills if students aren't doing the messy human work of creation and collaboration.
That's a critical distinction, yes. The risk isn't just plagiarism, it's potentially intellectual atrophy. If AI consistently generates the ideas, the solutions, students might not develop that resilience, that creativity, that analytical muscle that comes from really wrestling with complex problems themselves. And beyond this academic impact, a major ethical challenge that our sources flag again and again is bias.
Bias.
AI systems are only as unbiased as the data they're trained on. That's the core issue. So if that training data contains existing societal biases, racial, gender, socioeconomic stereotypes, the AI can inadvertently perpetuate them or even amplify them.
How?
In its responses, its recommendations. This can lead to what's called algorithmic discrimination, where the system unfairly disadvantages certain marginalized students, maybe by misidentifying their learning needs or providing less equitable resources based on biased patterns it learned.
That's a profound concern.
Wow.
And it connects directly to the digital divide too, doesn't it?
Absolutely.
If some schools, some districts, can afford the cutting-edge AI tools, the robust infrastructure, and others can't, we risk just widening that gap in educational quality and tech exposure for students from different backgrounds.
Exactly. Digital infrastructure is absolutely key here. It's the foundation. These AI tools aren't magic. They need reliable, high-speed internet. They need powerful devices, up-to-date software to function well. In regions or communities where those things aren't readily available or aren't consistently maintained, students are simply excluded from these AI-enhanced experiences, which further marginalizes already disadvantaged communities, creates new disparities.
And what about the data itself? The sheer amount of data these AI systems collect. When AI is gathering everything from academic performance, learning patterns, behavioral observations, potentially even biometric info, who actually have access to it? And maybe more importantly, how is it truly protected?
Privacy risks are indeed a huge, huge concern. You're right to focus on that. Many AI systems, especially the complex ones, are often called black boxes. Why? Because there's a significant lack of transparency and interpretability. It's incredibly difficult, often even for the developers, let alone educators or parents, to fully understand how the AI reaches its conclusions or makes its recommendations.
So you don't know the why behind its decision.
Often, no. Or not easily. This opacity makes it really challenging to identify potential errors, uncover hidden biases, or even just understand the logic behind a personalized learning path it suggests. And this, in turn, raises profound ethical dilemmas around data usage, safeguarding sensitive student info, and ensuring strict compliance with privacy laws like FERPA.
Okay, so the data itself is a risk, and the process is often opaque. And then, beyond privacy, there's the more immediate issue of just accuracy. We hear about AI hallucinating, right? Just making things up. What does that mean in a classroom?
It's a critical point. AI is definitely not infallible. Its outputs can be inappropriate, factually wrong, or even dangerously misleading sometimes. And this is where human oversight becomes absolutely essential. Non-negotiable, really. Teachers need to be prepared to review AI-generated content, fact-check responses, and help students evaluate AI outputs thoughtfully and critically.
They need to be the filter.
Precisely. Without that human filter, students could inadvertently internalize incorrect information or be guided down unproductive learning paths. And there's also that worrying issue of false accusations of AI use.
Oh, right, you mentioned that.
Yeah, it can disproportionately affect non-native English speakers. Their writing style might be flagged by detection tools as too perfect or unnatural, even when it's entirely their own work, which just exacerbates existing inequities.
So, okay. We've got these incredible opportunities on one hand, these really significant challenges on the other. What's the pragmatic path forward here? It sounds like it's not about ignoring AI. Definitely not. Nor just embracing it blindly. It seems to be about integrating it wisely, ethically, into the actual fabric of education.
That's precisely the bigger picture, yes, the focus we need. And it requires a fundamental, probably profound shift in how we even conceptualize the role of the teacher. Traditionally, teachers were often seen primarily as knowledge transmitters, right? The main source of information. But with AI now capable of taking over a lot of the routine content delivery, the personalized drills, teachers have to evolve. They need to become learning designers, facilitators, maybe even co-learners alongside their students.
So less presenting information, more designing experiences, curating these interactive and adaptive learning environments that strategically use AI, while focusing their own energy on fostering deeper engagement, critical thinking, creativity, and all those uniquely human aspects like social emotional development that AI just can't replicate.
Exactly. Exactly. This transformation really emphasizes that crucial concept of human-in-the-loop AI. Teachers must remain firmly at the helm of major instructional decisions. Using AI as a powerful, intelligent assistant, yes, but not as a replacement for their professional expertise and judgment. And this means AI tools designed for education must allow for constant teacher monitoring. They need to clearly signal when human judgment or intervention is needed. And crucially, they must permit teachers to easily override AI suggestions or assessments when their professional insights say otherwise. It's about augmentation, not automation of the human role.
That really highlights the collaborative potential. I like that. But for this vision to work, it sounds like everyone involved, teachers, students, administrators, really needs to become, for lack of a better term, AI literate. What does that mean in practical terms? How do we build that capacity?
AI literacy is absolutely vital. For everyone in the educational ecosystem, you're right. For teachers, it means understanding the basics of how AI works, sure, but also knowing how to use these tools safely, responsibly, and developing the pedagogical expertise, the teaching skill to integrate them effectively into their lessons and assessments. Surveys consistently show a huge demand here. 48% of U.S. school officials want more professional development for teachers on AI. And a survey in Vietnam found an even higher number. 88.8% of respondents expressed a clear need for AI training. This isn't just about technical skills, it's about rethinking teaching.
Okay, so training for teachers is key. What about students?
For students, AI literacy is more than just knowing which buttons to press. It's about learning about AI itself, critically examining its pervasive presence in their lives, understanding the inherent risks like bias and the implications for their own privacy and data, and discerning its legitimate role and value both in their academic lives now and in their future careers. They need to be explicitly taught, as one source put it, how to verify the output of a generative AI tool, how to spot a hallucination, how to tell the difference between AI content and human insight.
That sounds like a new form of digital citizenship, really.
It really is.
Okay, so given this vision of a more integrated AI literate future, what kind of policies, frameworks, concrete actions are needed to make this future reality and, importantly, make it equitable for all students?
Well, this calls for some comprehensive forward-thinking policies from governments, from educational institutions. They need to actively encourage the beneficial uses of AI integration while simultaneously establishing strong AI and data governance frameworks and safeguards. You need both.
Governance and safeguards. Got it.
And this isn't a simple task. It means investing significantly in digital infrastructure across the board. To ensure genuinely equitable access for all communities, not just the privileged ones, it requires intentionally designing AI systems to be inclusive and proactively bias-aware right from the start, not as an add-on later. And critically, we need robust funding for ongoing research. To truly understand the long-term impacts of AI on learning, on cognitive development, on student well-being, we still don't know a lot.
So infrastructure, bias-aware design, research.
And most importantly, perhaps underlying all of that, we must center people throughout this entire transformation. What does that mean? It means ensuring AI advances equity. It means guaranteeing safety and ethical considerations are paramount, promoting transparency in how these systems operate, and crucially, involving all the stakeholders, educators, students, parents in the actual design, selection, and ongoing evaluation processes of these tools. Their voices have to be heard. As one insightful panelist at those U.S. Department of Education listening sessions put it so powerfully, humans are well suited to discern the outcomes because we are the ones that have the capacity for moral reflection and empathy.
That human touch.
That unique capacity for understanding, it remains irreplaceable.
Wow. What a truly illuminating deep dive that was into the AI revolution in education. We've definitely navigated the incredible potential personalized learning, adaptive support, administrative relief for teachers, huge upsides.
Hmm.
But we've also squarely faced those serious concerns: academic integrity, algorithmic bias, the digital divide, student data privacy, accuracy. It's a complex picture.
It really is. And the key takeaway here, I think, for all of us is that AI isn't some magical silver bullet. It won't solve everything, nor is it something to just fear and avoid entirely. That's not realistic either. It's a remarkably powerful, rapidly evolving tool that demands really thoughtful, ethical integration. And throughout this process, humans, especially those dedicated teachers and curious students, they must remain firmly in the loop, guiding its application.
So what does this all mean for you? As a learner, maybe as a parent, just as an informed citizen, as AI continues to evolve so quickly and weave itself into more aspects of our lives, including how we learn, understanding its immense capabilities but also its critical limitations becomes an absolutely essential skill for everyone.
Yeah, think about this. If AI can help you learn faster, streamline tedious tasks, access information in entirely new ways, how will you consciously choose to leverage it? Will you use it to genuinely enhance your own critical thinking, deepen your understanding, maybe spark your creative problem solving? Or will you allow it, perhaps unintentionally, to diminish those uniquely human capacities? The future of learning isn't just about what AI can do, it's really about what you choose to do with it.
Something profound to ponder as you navigate your own learning journey and just engage with the world around you. That's all for this deep dive. Until next time, keep learning, keep questioning, and keep exploring.